Hello, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to our Monday edition video here in World of Warships. And I simply just can't get enough of the Yamato. So, this was a battle I had Thursday evening after I had already recorded the videos for Friday, the double future, which I'll link at the end of this video, in addition to Saturday's upgrade and commander build video. And this battle just turned out quite fun, getting my first Kraken unleashed. And then some, with Yamato here in hotspot and domination mode. Here in randoms battle, I'm divisioned up with clan commander Doom Beagle. So he's in the summers, and I'm first wanting to pick out my position here and where I want to set up to help support my team. So one of the things you can have often on hotspot on the 9-10 line is that a lot of ships end up coming down that line, or you could have no one comes down the line. So I've decided, because I want to try to take this medium range, so I'm probably about 15 kilometers from fully covering the cap, well, in terms of the extent of my range from the top edge of sea. I want to stay somewhat here local. There's only 3 battleships per each team, so depending on how things go, I don't necessarily want to be all the way over on the 9-10 line. So I'm going to set up here, and if they decide to push the 9-10 line, then I'll move more to the right. But if they end up staying more behind C and maybe around Bravo, we'll see what we can do from there. So starting off here, I decided to get a little cheeky. Maybe we can get this broadside Yamato at range. So the shell velocity with the shell mass carries the shells pretty well at long range, but sometimes they can lack that penetrating value at the long range. So unfortunately, just a ricochet. So looking at the minimap, we can see we have the Brest coming up. There's a destroyer already in C. We're not sure who that is. We have an Izumo that's moving to the 9 line. So I'm setting up. I'm a little bit angled in here. I'm showing a little more cheek than if I was only concerned about enemies in C. But with the Izumo, if he comes up around, I'm showing too much side for him. So you're going to see me deal with the Izumo here shortly. But we have the Z52 who's in the cap, and probably there, I could have taken a shot at Z52, but he was accelerating, and I thought he was going to go further behind the higher point of the island, so I didn't think I was going to get a shot off there, so I just went for the Brest instead. And setting up like this, we're getting our rear turret into action here, so we'll actually be kind of cheeky to get some of our shells, our rear turret, through some of the crevices in the island. So when you're playing on a map, you get pretty familiar with the map. You're just kind of looking for those opportunities where you can set up and hopefully get some good value out of your guns, or being able to catch an enemy ship off guard, enemy player off guard with a salvo they don't expect. So I thought the Brest was going to keep going more towards his right, my left, but that was not the case. And here comes the Izumo. He has nothing else to shoot at, so he's going to be shooting at us. We're showing too much side here, and I'm trying to reverse and angle a bit better. So 8,200 is what we're going to take. So we're going to kind of begin to have this little bit of a slugging match, per se, between myself and the Izumo, as we're going to just focus on chipping each other. So I've directed my front turrets towards the Izumo because I want to dissuade him from coming down this way. The Brest was broadside in C, so that could have been an opportunity for us, but it's just simply, I felt it was more appropriate to focus on the Izumo here. So we're going to keep reversing here. We're going to get the rear turret in, trying to figure out how exactly he's going to turn. Take a bit more damage there. So this match is going to start out rather slow, but it will pick up here shortly, I promise. So just bear with us in the meantime. So we have our Seattle up on C. I do want to support him. We have this Mogami moving a little wide. He's looking towards getting some shots on the Izumo, so hopefully this doesn't run out there broadside per se. But we're also lit from enemy ships over in Bravo, if not maybe the Z52 in C. So we're not able to fully go dark here. Otherwise we would be able to go dark if no one was in Bravo, but that's fine. So as he's pulling more, showing me more side, we're able to get some more considerable damage in here as Doom's launching some torpedoes. I'm going to kind of force him to go in there. I thought I aimed higher, not sure what was going on with that shot. So we'll go ahead and we're going to move back up now. I don't want to just simply keep reversing further into the I line or all the way back into the J line. because I want to move up here and support my Seattle. So what you can see, the Izumo and the Brest are both moving across behind this island. So if I move up more to the left here, and you can see I'm where I have my turrets aimed, I can catch them as they come out. That is the goal. I want to protect the Seattle because I want his radar, right? I want his radar to help me out with the Z52 and his DPM and Hydro. I want to keep him alive. So we're going a little bit wider here, and here comes that Saipan with his torpedoes. So we're just going to ignore him. We did prioritize our AA sector, and he is going to knock out our engine. It's going to be down for a minute. Not too concerned about that. We're not going to use the damage control party, but here comes the Brest, and he's showing way too much side for coming up on the island. The shots were a little bit forward, but the ship has a very long citadel, so we get 2 citadel hits, multiple penetrations, the overpins. So he's gone, instant 29k right then and there. So now we're going to nose in. So we actually bounced most all of that. I think that's entire salvo from the Zumo. He's also turning in, so if I reloaded a little bit quicker, it'd been nice to catch him when he had more side showing to us. But we're trying to go for more of that midsection of his ship, the superstructure region, because his guns are also kind of tanky. So I don't want to just simply incapacitate turrets or get reflections or ricochets. I'd rather just go ahead and try to finish him off. Now, I would like to go ahead and shoot the Izumo again, but the Z52 has come right out in front of us. He's probably dumped torpedoes this way, so it's important when you have opportunities to shoot destroyers that you do so. So we have this Shimakaze, our friend, off here to the left, and the Seattle's low, so I'm hoping between the Mogami and the Seattle that they would be able to finish the Izumo here. But the Izumo has got a heal ticking, and we're going to go put out that flood. But the Zumo has a heal ticking, so now it's going to be a little bit harder to put him down. We're going to take another shot again. We had a non-pin, 2 penetration, so again, he's really low. So we're going to keep pushing up here. And you can see my secondaries are getting some action in here. Some are shooting rather wide. Others are a little bit more accurate. But I'm like, okay, I don't want him to get the ram off. That's why I haven't been accelerating too quickly here. Because I want to make sure he's dead and not just going for a ram at the end. So our Seattle pops the surveillance radar. He picks up the Z52. So I bring my guns back. Maybe he's behind in the smoke, but he's behind the island, so I'm not able to get some shots onto him. And then Doom's coming in, so he's going to be able to apply pressure. Looking over to catch the enemy off guard in Bravo, we see the Schlieffen's pretty low, and he's turning out. He wants to disengage, so I'm going to throw those not A6 shells at him, and we're going to throw the rear turret off at the Buki here, and we do pick up the Schlieffen. He was pretty low, so maybe perhaps a little bit of a kill still there, but we have secured the kill here. We're still behind on points. We don't control any of the caps, so that is also one of the reasons why I'm pushing up here, because I want to deal with the Izumo, the Brest, and be closer to supporting my team here. So let's start the Z52 running around. I'm trying to see if maybe I can get some possible shots on him, but I think we're just going to maybe go for the Yamato instead. Watching to see how Doom does. He avoids the torpedoes. That's great. So we pick up the general offensive there. So now we have the Lafantask. Hard time pronouncing that ship. So we're going to go for him again. So we get 1 overpin because he's coming towards me, and I'm expecting him to actually push up maybe towards this smoke screen here. If he's going to make a run on me. So I'm telling Doom that I'm pretty sure this destroyer is going to come at me. We still have our Shimakaze from earlier, but he's actually really low on health as he just enters the screen there. And I'm very disappointed because I thought I was going to get the kill here, but out of the 6 shells at this close range, we only landed 1. So this is a bit of a brown pants moment, because it's like, I'm trying to remember how many torpedoes he has. I was thinking he at least had 3 racks of torpedoes, so he's doing this maneuver here to get his rack off. But this is how those secondaries can save you. They're pretty decent. I think a lot of short players don't take the Yamato secondaries very seriously, because being able to pull off, I mean, of course he was on low health, but they are a bit of a saving grace because of how slow your turret turning traverses. So he would have been able to come right past us, and we would have tried to maybe get our rear turret into the mix there. So Doom has picked up C, and now I'm looking at this Yamato. I need to deal with him. We are 6 versus 4, and I'm like, well, if I need to take the ram, I can. But we have some low health allies. They're still ahead. So if I cannot take the ram, that's what I would prefer to do so in this situation. So now notice we do have the thunderstorm front over us. That is affecting our dispersion when you are in the storm. So you can see that even that salvo was a little bit wide with the enemy Yamato. Generally, when I'm coming into these close quarters situations here against enemy ships, especially when I'm in battleship, I like to, even cruisers like Des Moines or something, I like to be able to scroll down to the turret view, as it feels like it gives me a little bit more control of how I want to set up here. Now, I'm having to be mindful here of not showing too much side, because he could totally go for my cheek armor here, and he takes the shot, but it looks like he hits a little more back behind the main battery belt. Now, I timed this when I was not in the game, but after. And I want to kill him before he gets to reload off. So you can see us both turning in. I'm taking plenty of time trying to get my turrets turned in advance. I'm going to go underneath the turrets, but I can't get them that low. So no citadels, but we get 3 pins and 3 over pins, which was all we needed to finish him off. But I had probably just a few seconds left before he was going to be able to get his guns fired. So that was our 4th kill as the Saipan is harassing us with some rocket planes. This Ibuki is just chilling, sitting still in the back, so I'm hoping I can punish him here. We made those shots still while we were in the thunderstorm front, so that is probably going to affect, or will affect our accuracy a little bit until we get out of the storm system. We have a submarine still somewhere here in Bravo, and we're not entirely sure where the enemy carrier is at this point in time. So I'm not too concerned showing so much side. It's just an Ibuki. He's not going to be able to wreck me. Looks like the enemy CV somewhere up around C9, something like that. But we're going to go ahead and turn in. Ibuki does have torpedoes, so I'm being mindful of that. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting my nose towards him to present less profile as possible. So hopefully I don't take any, if maybe just 1 or 2 torpedoes. Prioritize our A sector for the Saipan coming in. And he's going broadside, which this to me is just a telltale sign that he's totally doing this to get his torpedoes off. And 2 over pins, 1 pin, 7,000 damage in that. It would be nice to have finished him off, but that's simply not going to be the case. Now, here is the enemy submarine. I've been wondering where has he at this entire time, because I've seen him spamming torpedoes at the Conqueror. So we go ahead and get shots off here, and I kind of prefer Ibuki actually being in this away position from me, because it's more easily perhaps for my shells to travel through and do something like that and penetrate. But we pick up the Kraken Unleashed, another general offensive, and we have now activated the talent here with Yamato Isuroku, which I can't remember the name of, but it's going to do several things for us. It's going to give us a long-lasting heal, and I end up popping my own repair party in addition to the heal from the talent activated with the Kraken Unleashed on Yamato Isuroku. I don't know if I actually needed to do that. I probably could have held on to that repair party, but you can see that how quickly we were healing back the damage that we took. And I could have just maybe held on to that repair party in case I needed it for a little later. So Conqueror has been wrecked a bit by that enemy sub. We're going to keep throwing some additional depth charges. I want to get around the island because I think the Saipan is going to try to come down the 9-10 line. Keeping an eye with my Conqueror friend, trying to support him with what I can. And I'm about to get another strike here, and I'm watching, seeing where the oil streaks are. It looks like he's kind of going out and around, so we're going to go like that. Back to the turrets again, and he looks like he's speeding up, beginning to speed up. He looks like he's going kind of slow here, so I aim the salvo accordingly. We get another flooding on the sub again, getting our 3rd flood. And yeah, so the Saipan was picking up speed there, so that was aimed a little too far behind. So this one I'm going to give a little bit more of a lead, try not to aim as low, but yeah, 14.8 seconds. That's our reload time. So we're getting pinged now by the submarine. I'm pretty sure he did not like me doing what I did to him earlier and dropping those depth charges, or the Conqueror could be too close and he's not able to get the arming distance is too close. So he goes for us instead. We cut the throttle. We pick up the high caliber, we picked up strike team, we picked up the coordinated attack, the brothers in arms. So really good stuff happening there. So now it's just this sub. So I got no hits there, which tells me that I'm pretty sure he's back further there. So he's just sitting right on top of that Oriole Slick. And so I'm hoping I can get 6 kills here. It's going to be really close. Conqueror brings in his depth charge airstrike, and we do pick up our 6th kill, meaning that we have killed half of the enemy team. So 2 general offensives, I think strike team, coordinated attack, Confederate, close quarters, dreadnought, Kraken Unleash. I don't think they already say coordinated attack. Yeah, so really good, 200,000 damage. I'm finding myself with Yamato. I'm easily able to get these 200,000 damage games, which is really nice. 2,800 base experience. So all in all, a pretty good overall performance. And on Friday's video, I said, you know, Yamato is amazing. And some of y'all are like, yes, Yamato is amazing. This is a known fact. And for myself, finally seeing the light and being able to play this ship, but it's taken too long. I was actually going to grind this ship a while back, but then they were going to move the Gross Secure first to the armory for coal, so I had to grind that line quite quickly, and it delayed me grinding up this line to pick up the Yamato by a couple of months or something. But here's the post-battle results, so you can see our overall earnings here. So just really good stuff here in Yamato. And I'm going to keep playing this ship a lot because I just simply enjoy it. I do intend to actually recircle back to the Montana, the Tier 10 American battleship, because I don't feel like I don't have enough battles played in that yet. I was looking at that the other day, and I need to go back, visit Montana, try to get some more appropriate thoughts, because I've not played Montana enough, I feel like, for being a tier 10 ship, because I'm always focusing on grinding new lines and stuff once I reach tier 10. So I hope you appreciated this battle, this video. So if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you did not, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you ever subscribed, thanks so much. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you here next time. Take care.